Come check out all the cool Warhammer 40k 8th edition launch day accessories.
Spiky bits.
What's up, hobby maniacs? Baer with you, checking in from the future. It's 8th edition time. All of these great products are available now for 8th edition 40k, of course. You can't be just content with getting on the books and getting your new starter. You gotta get the accessories, right? It's all about the accessories. So on sale this weekend, we have the new combat gauge for Warhammer 40k to help you measure all those cool new distances and in old distances. It turns out an inch is still an inch. It doesn't even matter what edition or what game it is. The new Death Guard green base paint. Now there is a spray can of it too, but $21 and no Death Guard to paint. I didn't buy it. I'll buy the paint pot though. Tactical objective cards, $12.50 right here, and the brand new command dice set. Those high quality dice accessories that we know and love that have been around, I guess for about the past year. These are $20, of course, and the combat gauge, if I didn't say so already, is $10 retail. Paint pots, $4.25 as well. So this is what's out, along with the new Sector Imperialis objective box, which will be a completely different review because I feel like we're gonna have a blast getting through these right here. So first up, let's take a look. Oh, and then there's the little battle primer that if you go to the 8th edition midnight releases, you'll get one of these, which is just a copy of the rules, and we'll show you that here in a second as well. So first off, we've got the combat gauge. Now this is a curious little item for sure. Now remember, for Age of Sigmar they had the metal rangefinder, I think they called it, and that bad boy was like $30 or something like that when it first came out. And you know, a lot of people, I feel like they panned it because they're like $30 for a piece of metal just to like measure distances. That seems kind of silly, Games Workshop. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I mean, it obviously sold, so it's only crazy if it doesn't sell, all right? So now we've got the combat gauge for new 8th edition 40k, and you can see here it's got your 3-inch, got your 2-inch, got your 1-inch, got your 1/2 inch right there for all of those juicy measurements. Remember, 2 inches now is your normal unit coherency. 1 inch, I'm not even sure what you use 1 inch for at this point. Maybe a tag. Oh, I guess that's the phantom inch for piling in and stuff and staying more than an inch away. 3 inches, of course, is your pile in itself. So this is for, you know, hey, you can't be within an inch, but 3 inches right there. Don't know what the 1/2 inch is. I have to rack my brain for that one, but I'm sure somebody will drop it in the comments here. Now, when you open this bad boy up, oh, and then on the back, you can see that there's a little Death Guard kind of, I guess, texture to it right there. It's not diseased, and those aren't rotten eggs. It's actually a little Death Guard side. So here it is. It's only about, well, literally 3 inches, right? Long. 2 inches, or 1 inch by 2 inches right there. But here's the thing. It's literally just, it's just some rubber. It's literally just rubber. Like, I can roll this into a ball. I can throw it on the ground. Like, it's just a piece of rubber. Like, for 10 bucks? I don't know. I feel like I can make this. I could buy a big sheet of rubber and make like 100 of these myself. I don't know. I mean, it's got the Aquila, and that's cool. And it's got, you know, the Chaos symbol on the back with some Nurgly disease kind of stuff. And it's not $30, which is also cool, you know, like we saw in the past with the metal one for Age of Sigmar. But man, I don't know. I feel like this might be just a little bridge too far for me personally. I do not plan on keeping one of these for $10, just a little flippy piece of rubber. Doesn't seem like a very good value to me whatsoever. But again, vote with your hobby dollars. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. I certainly won't be. But you know, it is what it is right there. I think I'll just use a tape measure. Next up is the tactical objectives cards. Now for $12.50, I feel like this is a little bit better value than that little piece of rubber that's only $10 right there. You flip this up, and I like the layout. I like the little flip card kind of feel to it, like it's almost a deck of cards right here. It is made in China. I don't know if this is a limited time product, but you're going to get the whole deck from card 11 to card 66, because remember, this is rolling for 2d6. This is basically your 8th edition Maelstrom cards. Now, the artwork is cool. I mean, it's drawn from existing stuff we've seen in the past. The, you know, layout, I think, is pretty neat. It's nice, clean. You can read it. It's very easy to see. It's got these really cool new 8th edition, you know, backers to them that we saw in the past. So, I mean, I could see you paying $12.50 for something like this. But keep in mind, don't get it twisted. you can still play Maelstrom missions. You just would have to kind of roll the dice, and they are displayed here in the main rulebook on page, I don't know, what page is this? Give me your page number. Show me what you got. Oh, they don't have a page number. So in between, so before page 230 right here, that's gonna have all of the same 11 through 66 all the way to the back, but not in card format. And then remember too, there's a stratagem you can use to throw one of those back if you don't like it or can't accomplish it. And then next up, of course, is the Death Guard green 425. It's green. You use it to paint Death Guard. Check out a video from Games Workshop on how to use this one right here. I imagine there's a washing valve. I don't really know what to say about it, and people have been waiting for that since like Christmas when we first saw the whole thing about it. Next up is the command dice, $20. I think you get 20 dice, so $1 a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 20 dice in here. Now it's split, and you can kind of see it right there. It's kind of split down the middle almost, but a little bit different here. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3. So there's going to be 6 of these command dice here with numbers on them, and the rest are actual numbers as well. So take a look at this, right? So first off, they're a nice hefty kind of design we saw in the past for all of the dice out there. I personally feel like they have a pretty good weight to them, and they roll fairly well from what I've seen. Well, not these ones. These are literally all ones. That's not good. 5, 6, 2, 2, 2. Okay, well, maybe they just need to be warmed up, but there's a bunch of 6s. So these roll crazy. They also say that you can use these to mark wounds, which it's own, but it's 1 through 6, right? So I feel like that's not really going to help you when a lot of stuff has a ridiculous amount of wounds right there. But maybe more importantly, you can put these next to something and don't roll these at all. Put these next to something to notate that it's been activated, right? Because that's the whole thing, is you tic-tac activations in combat. So that, trust me, I played a lot of Age of Sigmar. It gets a little convoluted sometimes, so it might be good to know. And then there's the 6 actual command dice themselves. And you can see here, they have some interesting, let's zoom in on this. They have some interesting kind of icons here, kind of borrowing from the maybe symbology of yesteryear. So you've got everything, well, here's one. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So according to Games Workshop's website, which was so nice to publish a guide, 1 is supposed to be for a one-shot weapon, 2 is for a reinforcement, which I don't exactly get. You set that next to your models, whether in reserve, like on the different board. I don't know what that means. 3 is falling back, so I guess that means, you know, fall back. You can't do any additional actions unless you have fly. 4 is advance, or, you know, I guess that means you ran, so you can't do anything else, right? That's the rules now. 6 is charge, and 5 is in cover, aka the sneaky beaky, which we saw a lot of people calling that particular dice right there, or the, you know, the Kilroy dice. I like the symbology. This is the old 5th edition little accessory set. Remember those little green icons from back in the day? These are literally the same icons out of that set, just recycled. I haven't seen these before either, but I feel like you don't really need these. Like this dice set is cool and all because they're all the same, so you could definitely use these as activation icons, but there's nothing to say that you wouldn't have to, you know, kind of use these just as, you know, you could just print out activation tokens. I mean, there's plenty of sites out there all over the globe selling different markers and different tokens, and now they have the wound tokens, which are exactly the same as, for pretty much just a different color layout than the Age of Sigmar ones. That's why we didn't pick those up either. So just be aware there is a set of dice for those too. So, I mean, overall, I think there's just some quality products, but maybe a little bit on the questionable side for some of them as far as intent. Now, if you do go to any 8th edition release party or release event at your local Games Workshop store or independent retailer, you may be able to score one of these battle primers. And why this is cool is, if you don't intend to buy the rulebook itself, it is literally the rulebook, all 12 of the pages, in a different size paper format. Now, Games Workshop is obviously a European and English company. This doesn't jive with our normal American paper sizes. It's not quite the same, so they had it printed up, I guess a one size kind of fits all as far as that goes, for the globe or any English speaking right there. But, you know, maybe that's an indicator that Games Workshop's still a little bit out of touch with what the American market wants. I mean, because as nice as this is not a standard size for, I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, do I put it in a binder? Oh, my binders are too big. Do I put it in my backpack? I mean, I'm really not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just trying to say, if this is something, you know, that is for a certain market, you want to at least do the research so it gets used and stuff like that. And these are not American paper size. There's a specific size. I forget exactly what it's called. It's mentioned a lot. But this isn't it. Maybe they just wanted to save money and have them all printed up for, I don't know, all markets. I can't tell you. I'm not Games Workshop. But it's just, you know, it's just a little indicator of maybe kind of taking the climate for where Games Workshop's head really still is at. I like what they're doing. I like how they're promoting things and bringing people on and working more with the community, etc., etc. But you know, you still gotta keep an eye on everything. Trust but verify. Somebody very, very important said that once. Okay, so it's got all of your phases here, all 12 of the pages that we've seen a little fold out from Games Workshop that comes in the starter box itself. Then it's got the little example gameplay thing. Then it goes into explaining data sheets and some more stuff there. Fighting a battle, which is very important, kind of first page where to start, which we talked about in some of our videos here. And then the demo only war mission. So it is a nice little tome to pick up if you do plan on going out to some of these events and maybe not picking up the rulebook. At least you can get that and still, you know, kind of quick start playing the rules yourself. And then there's some other stuff too that you can get, like some of these little range rulers. There's a Duel of Honor kind of mission here. What is this for? Oh, this is for the starter set. So it's a specific mission for the starter set itself. And then maybe more importantly, at least right now, is some cool rosters to fill out to start getting used to how much everything costs, like command, if you're playing command points, how much you get, if anything like that, type, detachment name. I prefer to have all my stats on one sheet, but it is what it is right there. So lots of cool stuff happening this weekend for the launch of Warhammer 40K 8th edition at all hobby stores carrying Games Workshop product around the world. If you like our video features here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us and turn notifications on so you can be the very first to comment and like our videos here, and head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and lots of features on 8th edition 40K. Become a veteran of the Long War today.